Yeah, it's been huge news, Philip. And I think the news this afternoon is going out across BBC, Sky News. We've had the government minister here talking about security post-Brexit. That's been really exciting. The show itself, I'm excited. I'm always excited, but this year in particular. We've been in and out of security here for about 16 years. We've got 12,500 international delegates here this year, over 400 exhibitors. We've just got major investment behind us from the Phoenix Equity Group. We've now become the 19 group. We've launched an exhibition next door, International Disaster Response Expo. And across the show, it's a magnificent display, not just showcasing security, but showcasing response to major disasters. It's an amazing showcase, you know, with the outcome of Brexit, of promoting British PLC to a global audience, and we're absolutely delighted at what we pulled together. I think what you'll see around the show today in the government zone is the really tight unity and partnership between government and industry to tackle global security challenges. And it's the same in disaster response as well. We've got DFID in the middle of that show, we've got the British Red Cross, we've got UN supporting that show, government working together with industry to tackle global problems. I was so excited yesterday, I even thanked my mum. So we're also excited because we're growing as 19 Group, our first acquisition, and I'm here with Tim Else, who heads up Western Business Exhibitions. This is our first acquisition, and one of the shows that they run amongst their portfolio that we're particularly excited about is the security event.
About 2 years ago, it was very obvious to me that there was a real clamour, an absolute demand from the trade, from the integrator, the installer, the reseller, to put a show, to put a centre for the security industry back in Birmingham. That's very obvious. We've been working very closely with the NEC over many years. They're fantastic partners. What an amazing facility. And over the last 2 years, I've built the most fantastic team. Really, I feel very privileged to have built a team of real knowledge in the security sector, to be able to bring the security event 9th, 10th, 11th of April next year. And the icing on the cake, you know, we've attracted a lot of attention with this launch. It's what the industry wants. It's designed by the industry, for the industry, quite literally. And Peter and I hadn't met 6 months ago, but Peter's been ingrained in this industry, as he says, for 16 years. So the acquisition was completely natural. It was the right timing for Western Business Exhibitions. We have a whole suite of events. The security event is the latest of them. And in April next year, you'll see the power of 19 Group with Phoenix Equity backing, coming in behind a very solid concept, coming in behind the security event and seeing it fly. And the investment we now have is exactly what we needed at exactly the right time, Peter.
That's great, Tim. And we couldn't be more proud of what your team has done. I've actually been organising these security shows for 16 years, but I actually worked back in its old Blenheim dynasty when I knew of the other big national installer show. That was 20 odd years ago, and you're bringing it back home. There's been a groundswell, Philip, for a national installer show to be based in the Midlands at the NEC. It's always belonged there. Your team, you've got the right team, Tim, it's coming back home. That's where it stays. There's a very clear demarcation between our two shows. National installer, that's the NEC. Government end user, that's down here in London. And the rest of the Western events on the fire, the safety, the facility side are terrific events, and watch what we do with those two. So we couldn't be more pleased.